Hi, this is Randy from Truckbed Treasures. As you can see, I have that tackle box in front of me from I think 2 videos ago. I haven't had time to really do anything with it for a video, so I had maybe 20-30 minutes today. Thought I would knock it out for you. So I'm gonna move it off the table and start pulling things out of here and laying them out on this wooden slab that I have. I guess I'll put it back there and show you the stuff I'm going to be pulling out. You know, a lot of old baits and reels and other things. So uh, I guess that's the best way to do it, is just to pull everything out individually. And wow, there's just so much stuff. I'm not going to really get into each piece because there's so many. This is wood. I don't even know if I'm going to have enough room to lay all these baits out. Um, Again, another old bait. It looks like it's wood. I'm going to have kind of a mess here to clean up when I'm done, I think. Uh, Another small bait. You know, maybe what I'll do is put this box right up here and try to go through it that way. Otherwise, I'm going to be here all day. Uh, you can see these baits have not been used for a long time. This is wood, and it's been chewed up by the weather. Looks like some kind of an old stamp in here. Um, yeah, probably upside down. So you probably know what most of these baits are and how old they are, a lot more than I do. If you see anything you're interested in, you know, I'm probably going to sell this whole tackle box full. I just don't know what I'm going to ask for it yet. Um, you know, the baits are in various condition. You know, I'm sure they can be cleaned up somewhat. I'm assuming that they're all very old, knowing where this came out of. I don't really want to peel these apart and get impaled by hooks, because knowing me, that's exactly what would happen. Now, some of these are just very old, and I don't have my glasses on. So, again, you guys probably know what these are. That's unusual right there. That's a very cool piece. I've never seen a round one like that. I don't know what I'm going to find in here, guys. You know, I used to do a lot of fishing when I was in first and second grade. We'd walk to a gravel pit that had a lot of fish in it. And I see this has got damage, not damage, but some kind of a coating on it from probably being in here. It looks like it would clean up nice. But yeah, so we used to go fishing every day. And that was probably over 60 years ago. And I've been out on Lake Michigan once fishing lake trout and salmon, but really that's about it. That looks like an old primitive bait right there. Hope this is coming through to you, because I'm not looking at the screen and seeing how these are showing up. Again, just another pile with writing on. Looks like a lazy something, lazy Ike maybe it says. This one's got a little bit of paint chips to it. I have no idea how old this stuff is, but I'm assuming this white will come off and there's probably something really good underneath it. That's what it is. If you can see that, I think that'll clean up fairly decent. You know, I'm not a professional videographic guy or videography or whatever you would want to call it. I do this as a hobby. I'm a product designer. I design a lot of pet products, but also other products. Again, looks like it'll clean up nicely. Small bait. Oh, there's just so much stuff in here. You know, there's just this thing is just packed full. Um, Man, I have no idea what that is. That almost looks like it's a real fish. I don't know. Oh, that goes together, obviously. This thing has got to be really old. You know? Yeah, put it back together. You know, a couple more small baits. I don't know where to go. I don't really want to get jammed in here with hooks. There you go. You can probably read what that says. I wish I could. Oh, it's a heading, you know. I know heading's pretty good. That's an interesting old bait right there. You know, some of these baits are probably worth big bucks. I know. Uh, I heard the story of a guy in a town that I live in. He bought a bait and he took it down to some show, and a guy gave him a tremendous amount of money for it. I'm gonna move these baits out of here so I can get this box out. I know I'm probably not doing these baits any justice, but I'm just kind of showing you what's in here. Um, you know, I don't want to bang them around and beat them up because I know condition, right? I would say that's probably an old musky bait right there. Kind of a interesting bait. Again, it's marked. I just can't read it. You guys probably, I'm probably driving you insane here because you're going, oh, don't put that bait down. Don't throw that bait. Can you show me a better angle of that? Um, there, I got it out. I'm sure that's probably a common bait. Let's see. Oh, there's items behind there too. Anyway, that's what's in here. It's a nice shape. Nice coloring. I don't know if it's what's supposed to go in there. The hook is kind of ratty, but I'm sure you could replace that. Let's see what's behind there. Oh, just some kind of a daredevil of some kind. Put it right back where it was. Okay. It's kind of a cool bait right there. I'm sure it's probably common. You guys are going, no, look at the yellow one behind it, the wooden one. Um, that's what I'm looking at, the yellow wooden one. You know, when we shoot videos, we don't edit, we don't do all these fancy takes and all these special things to try to make it look good. We do what we do, and we do it as a hobby. I'm showing it way off screen here. I think if I've been doing that throughout the video, excuse me. I really didn't mean to. Trying to concentrate more on not getting jabbed, and this again looks like it would clean up nice, but I don't I don't think it's really. I'm gonna move that down so I can stay in camera here. You know, I know my videos aren't the best, so if you're gonna trash me in the comments about the quality of my videos, go ahead. You know, like I said, this isn't my real job. I do it because I enjoy it, and I've been doing it for like 40 years. It's like little kids, we never grew up. You know, we're always looking for that coin in the sand. And if you go back and look at some of our older videos, I actually found a can full of silver, I think silver halves and quarters and maybe some silver dollars if I remember right. But you can watch that video. And we're always finding pretty cool stuff. So if you follow us, and if you can put up with my out of frame pictures and showing baits, these look like they're newer. Not new, of course, but they look like they're probably newer baits. Except that one. Oh, that one probably is too. Ouch. I was at a place this morning and the guy had a tackle box that belonged to his grandfather, but you know, I just asked once, would you sell that? He said no, and I respected that. I didn't want to push it. I never forced people into selling anything, you know, and I always recommend that they ask their kids if they want this stuff before I buy it, because I'm a big believer that these things should stay with family. Okay, a babe, whatever. That's what's in there, or that's what the box says. I don't know what's in it. It's like a couple. That's kind of a cool bait right there. So is that one. That one's got a bent tail though, unless it's supposed to be. This one looks really cool. It's an interesting bait. I hope it came through. Rod handle. No, I'm sure no value. Couple real old reels. You guys probably know what these are just by looking at the color of the grips. I've got a whole box of these somewhere. I don't know where they are. I have so much stuff sitting around. Some ginormous bobber. Now, I know these boxes aren't the best, but they're still original boxes. Even if the baits aren't original to the box, you've got the box. Ooh, that looks nice. That's a nice bait right there. If that's supposed to be in there, That's really nice right there. Gotta be worth $1 or two, I'm thinking. Okay. Empty box, if anybody needs one. That's what it is. Another Rio, kind of a tortoise shell type grips on them. Gotta be a Rio in there. No, it's just a bunch of, I don't know if you can see that, but it's just a kind of a bunch of Rios in there. Shakespeare. Doesn't mean what's in there is Shakespeare, but it says Shakespeare. There's another one. And a bunch of little hooks. That's the original box. That's kind of cool. Excuse me. That's what it is, guys. Empty container. Some bobbers. Gotta be a bobber. It's a Shakespeare box. Spare spool. New old stock. New old stock. When it was new, $3.90. Don't you wish those times were here again? Liter box. That's kind of cool. Kind of would be nice to find like a bunch of money in there. I like that feeling. That's a cool little box. That's a good collectible right there, I'm thinking. You know, if somebody wants to comment, oh, there's a bunch of, older bobbers in here, various sizes, on some of the things that you're seeing, and let me know if anything is any good. That would be awesome. That's got a bench shaft right there. These will probably clean up. Eagle claw fish hooks. I'm sure that's what's in there. No, there's actually some old fishing flies in there. I hope you guys feel this was worth your time. It was worth mine. I like finding things. There's some old hooks there. The box isn't that bad. 2 cents each. Wow. 2 cents each. Small fishing line. And that's pretty much it. There's a couple old boxes, that are toasty. And just some miscellaneous hooks and lines, and that would be it. So, I hope you feel that it was worth your time checking this box out. I've got 2 more and a lot of other fishing gear. 2 more came with this lot. So, I would like to go through those sometime. I don't know what I'm going to do with this box. I don't know what the value is. Everything has to be cleaned, but I know even though it has to be cleaned, I know it still has value of some type. So maybe I'll wait a week or two and see if I get any responses from any of you, and then if I don't, I'll probably just throw it on eBay or something and start it at a price and go from there, see what it brings. I was hoping it would have more original boxes and more original baits, so I'm a little bit disappointed there, but you can't have everything, right? So thanks for hanging around with me and painfully going through this box with me. And if you can help me out at all with anything, let me know. And so subscribe to us, because we do find a lot of pretty cool things. And there's a lot of farms up here in Wisconsin that we pick, and you never know what you're going to find in one of those old barns. So subscribe, it doesn't cost anything. I'm not always this scattered. It's just there's a lot of stuff in here that I had to go through. So anyway, subscribe, and I hope we can find some things for you. Anyway, thanks. I appreciate it.